Hey everyone, Andrew here from a Tale of Two Hygienists podcast. Yes, you are on the right feed, but no, this is not a normal show. I wanted to let you know right now that what you are about to hear is not suitable for work. It is likely also not appropriate for children. If you are sensitive to racy topics, go ahead and hit that delete button right now. You might not like this episode. But now that you've been warned, please welcome to a special RDH Rant Takeover episode with Heather, Anna, and Liz.
Hello, and welcome back to another RDH Rant Takeover. I am Liz, and joining me are my favorite co-hosts, Anna and Heather. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
But which one is really my favorite? I don't think there's any way I could choose. Or maybe it depends on the day, since we fight like sisters sometimes. But that brings us to this episode's topic. We are going to play Would You Rather, the dental edition.
Yay!
This was actually really fun. We asked our members to give us some scenarios, and boy, did they deliver. Some of these questions are almost impossible to choose, and some of y'all are just straight up nasty as hell.
I was straight gagging at some of these would you rathers. Like, oh my God, I had food in front of me when I read this. And yeah.
Yeah. Dentistry is really kind of gross.
It is.
Yeah. Which means the people that work in dentistry are even worse.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to this post.
At least with their minds, right?
Yeah. Some of these I couldn't even bring myself to print out for us to discuss. So
No, some of them are bad.
Yeah.
I also want to piggyback and say that we are like sisters, but I'm the peacemaker.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
Or I just ignore you.
It's Anna and I. It's Anna and I that argue like sisters, but in a loving way.
Very loving.
Of course.
We just said
I love
we have a very good group to run this because we all have like different opinions and reasonings and come from different backgrounds. So we have every type of view. But anyway.
Do you guys have sisters? Do you have a sister?
No.
Okay, so look, and I don't either. So like
That's why.
That's why.
We're the sisterhood of the traveling scalers. Or however that goes.
All right, so I'm gonna dive in. Okay, first question. This is a real question. I'm not gonna like shock our
let's
our listeners yet.
Start by saying you put out a post.
Yeah.
Asking,
asking for would you rather questions. I gave some examples. They were kind of stupid and boring, but I knew that our members would come correct, like they always do.
Bring it
some
home.
of them would be fun, some of them would be gross, some of them would be real.
So what we're about to go over are what our ranters commented on your post.
Yes. The questions that they gave to us. And there was some discussion. And it wasn't just solely for us, but there was some discussion among the members about what they would rather on some of these questions as well. And some of them kind of surprised me. So, yeah. All right. So starting off, this is a real one. This is real. This is like the epitome of hygiene, in my opinion. Would you rather work on a patient who gags when you barely touch them or a patient with a really strong lip, tongue, and tight cheek?
Neither. Okay.
Okay, you lose the game already.
I'm going to say gagger because if they actually throw up, it's a chain reaction and I throw up and then I'm going home.
Oh, so okay, wait, so you'd rather not work on that person?
No, I would rather work on a gagger.
Oh, so you can go home?
So I can go home.
Oh!
Duh.
I get it. Okay, I get it now. I get where you're coming from now. Okay.
I would rather work on a patient with tight lips and like butthole mouth.
Yeah.
The anus mouth.
Yeah.
Same.
And the reason why is because I feel like I'm stronger than them.
Yeah.
And there's ways that I can contort them to like ease it up a little bit. Like stab them. No, I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
Gaggers to me, like I think
gaggers annoy me. That's annoying.
It's annoying, and I feel like the tips and tricks that everybody talks about, they never work for me.
Nope.
The salt thing doesn't work for me. The
really?
humming thing.
The salt thing is the only thing I've ever had or tried that actually does work.
The only thing that I have gotten to work is, and it's not on everybody, but on some people, is putting like topical toward the back of their tongue.
Yeah.
That's really.
You know what's weird? That actually makes me gag more when, like, you know how you ever get the numbing in the back of your throat and it almost feels swollen?
Mm-hmm.
Like your throat feels like it's swelled up. That makes my gagging worse.
Well, when I was young,
I don't understand how that works.
I had like tonsillitis all the time. So that Cora septic spray that was supposed to be cherry flavored, that like,
I remember that.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could see that making you want to numb or gag more.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, ugh.
I could see that. That's the only thing that I found that. So I'd rather work with tight cheeks, lips, and all that. Yeah, but I don't have like if somebody throws up in my, or gags or whatever, I don't get to go home for the day, because I would probably be the only one in my office able to clean it up, because I think everybody else
no.
will.
I won't. I draw the line at puke. I cannot. No, I will not.
Yeah, no.
Clean up puke. There's no way. I will.
Well,
I will
because
throw
then,
up next to you. No.
Yeah, if I have to do it, then you're cleaning up double, because I will puke, and so
me too.
And then I'm useless, and then causing more of a problem. And I will make sure to throw up on myself, so I get to go home.
Oh yeah. It's like that's a no-brainer. Like, yeah, you got to get it. Just like open your shirt and just like go straight down your cleavage. Blit. Definitely get to go home.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of gagalicious stuff, Drew came in hot.
She did come in hot.
She came in hot. I think she was the second response. And she came in hot with, would you rather swallow some 70-year-old calculus or get lice?
Give me the lice.
Oh, God, I don't know. I have so much hair. It's so thick.
So
like I have enough hair for like really 5 people.
I was so surprised by the answers of this, because I wonder if the people who chose lice have ever had to deal with lice.
I've never had lice, but I'm not ever eating a piece of calculus. I would rather do anything than eat a piece of calculus.
Somebody said,
this says swallow.
Somebody said, can I put it in a smoothie?
Yeah, that's even worse. That's even worse, because then you have a huge thing of it.
Grind it up in a smoothie so you could. I can't remember who said that, but that was hilarious. That was rather brilliant.
It's all
now. If you eat calculus, do you get periodontal disease?
I don't think so.
Like if someone else's calculus, do you get like that bacteria that causes? I mean,
if you suck on it like a lifesaver, probably.
This is where I am looking at the details. She said swallow. She didn't say chew.
Yeah, that's true. You could just swallow it like a pill. I guess then
take
maybe
shots
I could
of Jaeger, and that shit's nasty. So you just throw that in the back of your throat and swallow.
I mean,
boom.
We could substitute Jaeger for some other stuff, but you know.
But you know what I mean? Like we've all had some nasty shots of stuff.
Yeah.
If I don't have to chew up the calculus, I could swallow it.
All right. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
But but my question is, you've never had to deal with lice, Anna. Have you ever had to deal with lice, Heather?
Once when I was in elementary school.
So you were little. You haven't dealt with it as an adult?
No. I have all boys, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have dealt with lice. Not on myself, but Cameron got lice. He's my son. He's 20 now, but he got it. It went through his class like wildfire one year, and he got lice. And I will tell you, I would rather eat calculus all day long.
Yeah.
Because it was such a pain in the ass. It was not only was I afraid that, I was going to get it, but you had to wash all the bedding and like the mattresses, and you had to treat this and that. And it was like basically like fumigating your own home. It was such a pain in the ass. And then you have to go through and like comb out the nits, which is it's a process. So yeah. Give me that.
No.
Give me that fucking calculus.
Yeah, I will swallow. I don't know if I could chew it, but I would swallow.
So here's the thing. Someone asked Drew to clarify in the comments of that, and she said, suck on it like it's a taffy. Okay?
Drew!
I read it.
What the hell?
So I am going with lice. I will take lice. I am not sucking on a piece of calculus.
Oh my God. I will take lice, and then I'm going to be like Britney Spears and have to shave my fucking head.
No,
I mean,
I'm still team
my
calculus.
hair is so thick. It takes me I am not joking, Liz. You and I have shared hotel rooms. 20 minutes just to blow dry my hair. That's how
No,
much.
I know.
That's actually not that bad. 20 minutes. Though.
You
I
and
don't think
I have
that's
pretty similar hair, but I'd have lost a lot recently. But you and I have similar. I wake up, you know, go to bed, hair wet, wake up, it's still wet in the morning. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just have to shave
I-
my head. I ain't sucking on no calculus. I would barf.
Well, somebody was talking about shaving heads, and like there was one on here. It's not on my list, I don't think, or maybe it is. Somebody said, "Would you rather lose all of your teeth or all of your hair?"
Oh, I did see that. Hair.
Yeah.
Duh.
I'd rather
Hair.
lose all my teeth. I can get an all-on-4 case. You know how uncomfortable wigs are?
Oh, I didn't
I
think
know.
about all on fours.
No,
just do it. No,
I don't want to all.
I'd
on
rather
four.
lose all my teeth.
Well,
No.
I don't
Okay,
want it,
so
but if I
wait.
had a choice.
well, so hair grows back. Teeth don't.
no, lose. I
I
took
think it
that
means
as
for
lose
good.
your hair
For good.
permanently,
Yeah.
like for good.
Yeah.
So wigs are like mad uncomfortable. They're like itchy. I mean,
Yeah, I could see
I
that.
don't know. I mean, I'm sure that all-on-4 is not like super comfortable either, but I
So
don't know.
I've had patients tell me that when they get dentures, that the whole experience of eating changes and their taste changes.
Oh no, it
And
does. Yes.
they don't like to
like
eat
removable
as much.
dentures, yeah, like
Well, yeah, I
definitely.
mean,
But I
think
think
about
all on
it.
four, and all-on-4 is more like retained.
And it doesn't
it's,
cover your palate.
yeah,
And all on
exactly.
I don't
four
know.
does not cover your palate. It's more on the ridge.
Yeah.
Where a
Mhm.
full-on denture, I mean, that whatever they're made out
Those
of,
are uncomfortable.
I mean, it covers your entire palate all the way back to your soft palate. I mean,
Yeah.
Talk about gagging. I would be gagging like no
you
tomorrow.
have to
There's
learn.
no
At
way.
least in our office, we're very thorough and we try to talk everybody out of dentures, but we have to
Mhm.
take the time and like teach them how to talk again and how to eat
Yeah.
again. And yeah, it is a
Mhm.
Yeah.
process with those things.
Right. So I'd just rather be a bald ass bitch with some funky wigs and keep my teeth
That would really
and enjoy
I'm
my tiramisu.
I'm not pretty enough to be bald. I'm not.
Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
stop it.
Shut
It's not.
up.
If you had
Anyway.
wigs, you would be. I mean, you'd be fine.
Oh, if I got to wear wigs, you know I'd be doing it up. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'd be
Moira
like,
Rose.
like
Moira.
yeah, I would be. I'd have all different colors. I would change my look daily. So I guess maybe wigs aren't that bad, but
It would be itchy. Speaking of lice.
itchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No to lice. I'm still team
Ginny.
calculus.
Ginny Chica. It said, Drew, you are truly a sick individual. She said, you can't call me
Samantha said
names
Drew.
until you can't call me names until you answer the question.
Samantha said, Drew Danger, who hurt you?
Oh, Drew. We love you.
She did. She came in hot. She knew what she was doing. She absolutely.
Well,
Okay.
I don't
all
feel
right,
like that was even the worst.
Oh, it definitely wasn't the worst. No. Absolutely not. There are some that I didn't even print because I was like, I'm not talking about that. Especially Anna's. Of
Yeah,
course.
mine was bad. I'm sorry. But of course, it's not surprising. I mean,
Everyone at home was like, I wonder what she said. PMS, I'll tell you. Would you rather hand scale every patient or clean every patient with them sitting up?
Come on.
I knew
That's
Anna
a
would
hand
have a
scale.
hard time with this.
Hand scale
Hand
on the
scale.
heartbeat.
Yep, absolutely.
So here's the thing. Sitting up in the chair, it's just not an option in my chair. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. You're not like the patient's like, I can't lean back. No, you can. Like, we're going to lean you back because I'm not contorting myself.
Yeah.
Anna,
But
play the game.
I also, I know. But I also despise hand scaling. I think it's like awful. I don't know. Do I want carpal tunnel or do I want a bacchiotomy?
A pacchiotomy.
A spinectomy.
Spinectomy.
I don't know. That's so hard.
That's what I'm saying. And when I was writing these down, I put little notes next to them and I put real in capital letters next to this one. Cause that's a hard one. It really is.
Well, I mean, I feel
I
like
can't pick.
I hand scale every patient. I use my piezo.
Mhm.
I just don't trust my piezo. And I know there's all kinds of, back and forth with this. But
Because they suck.
no, I love it. You shut up. I love my piezo. But I feel like sometimes the Cavitron piezo, they knock off the big stuff. And sometimes there's still like some grainy left. I don't know. Like I go through with my Cavitron and then I go through around every tooth with my scaler. I'm not scaling. I'm not like pressure, but I go around and just kind of feel to make sure everything feels good. So for me, hand scaling is not a big deal.
I've had to do, especially when I worked at the perio office, I had a few patients that couldn't lay back. They were in a wheelchair.
All right.
Yeah. Or there was one guy who, I've had some vertigo patients and they did sleep like sitting up because it would trigger them, the little crystals in their ears or whatever. And then I had one guy who he had like obstructive sleep apnea. And so when he laid back, he like basically was just asphyxiating himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I did the best I could, but yeah, no, hand scale all day long. I'd rather hand scale SRPs than do somebody sitting, like everybody sitting up.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess you're right. I guess I'll pick hand scaling reluctantly.
Oh, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to hair for a second. Would you rather find a couple pubes or worms while you're cleaning someone's teeth?
Pubes.
Pubes.
Pubes all day.
Worm.
Okay.
I would like
I don't want nothing that's alive and moving. Hell no.
I would be like jumping out of my chair, like call 911. No. Ew.
This bitch got worms.
Yeah.
Take her to the vet.
I think literally everyone said pubes. I have always said, because I saw a video, so I didn't watch. I mean, as soon as I saw the little worm in the video, I was like, no, I'm out. And there's a name for it, but I can't remember.
Someone did say they saw worms in a patient's mouth. Excuse me? Can you clarify that?
The day I find a worm or like parasites in someone's mouth is my last day of hygiene. I have said that from the moment that I saw that video. I was like, that is where I retire. I don't care what I do after that. I don't care if I have to make an OnlyFans or OnlyGrands, because at that point I may be, like 70. No, hopefully I'm not going to be 70 still doing hygiene, but in this economy, everybody pretty much said pubes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I don't want nothing alive coming. No.
Well, and whoever said they saw worms and they definitely would go with pubes. Can you elaborate on that? You don't just say that and then walk away. Hello?
Yeah. We need story time. We need story time on the worm mouth. Okay.
Gross.
All right. Next one. Do you guys want a real one or do you want another gross one?
I don't care.
Let's go with a real one.
Okay. All right.
You just did a gross one.
Okay. This one was from Ashley, our lovely admin Ashley. Would you rather have to explain to a patient that refuses x-rays why they need them, or one that refuses perio and why they need that?
I'm like comfortable with either one of those, actually. I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable with both of those. I don't know.
I don't really ever have anybody refuse. Here's me jinxing myself. I've never had anybody refuse x-rays. I had one person and I was able to, they were very holistic and I was able to direct them to an office that could serve their purposes better than we could. And I was very nice and non-judgmental about it. I said, here you go. We hope that you like your new dental office, but this isn't going to work for us. And she was very, very nice about it and very kind.
Yeah.
But I haven't had that experience.
I guess.
I've had a few people, but it's easier, I feel like, to explain why you need x-rays as opposed to why you need perio.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just an easier explanation. Yeah.
Well,
perio is kind of a lot.
It is a lot. And my doctors always back me up either way. But if they refuse x-rays and it's been 2 years, I'm like, okay, well, and I don't know if this is true or not, but legally we can't see you unless we have x-rays. It's been 2 years. That's our limit. So let me go get the doctor and you guys can discuss it. But I can't clean your teeth until then. And they usually change their story, or the doctor comes and convinces them, or we find out it's a financial reason. And if that's the case, the doctors are like, okay, well, how about we just do them. We're not going to charge you for them, and then everything's fine. But with perio, it's way more expensive than just taking bite wings. It's a lot more explanation. Yeah.
Why you need it, how it happens, the process of scaling and root planing, and then why they have to come back and that's the big one for me, is explaining to them why they have more frequent recalls. So they're like, why do I have to get my teeth cleaned more often? And then you have to launch into this whole biology lesson, and
yeah.
I don't know.
And then we're out of time. Sorry, we'll have to reschedule you back.
Bye.
Exactly. Would you rather hit your head on the X-ray overhead light or tangle yourself up and trip on the hoses?
Hit my head.
Hit my head, because if I fall, I don't know where I'm going to be headed. You know what I mean?
I read that one and laughed because someone said, I've done both at the same time.
I feel like it's less embarrassing when you hit your head as opposed to tripping over something and going flying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know.
And
or
most likely
the
less
cord
expensive.
ripping the thing out of their mouth.
Yeah. Usually it's
You
the
trip.
X-ray cord, and I could just see myself tripping and ripping it, and then the $10,000 sensor no longer works.
Yes. I hit my head on the overhead, or not, was it? Yeah, it was the overhead light. I hit my head
It
twice
hurts.
twice this week, because I was working in we got a cone beam this week delivered, and so I've been working in a different op. I don't know about you guys, but my op is my op. It's my home. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
when I have to change ops, it's unnerving to me. And I figured out why, because I'm like, I don't like change, but it's really I don't like inefficiency. And just working out of that room, I know where my stuff is. I know how to move the X-ray very quickly to do this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I know how to not hit my head on the
Oh,
on
yeah.
the lights.
Now, are all of
everything's
your
different.
ops set up the same?
No,
See,
because we're in that old.
You're in an old house.
We're in that old house.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, my office, every op is the same, almost like how our dental school was, Liz.
Yeah.
Kind of that setting. But then, we each have our own room, so we can set it up separately. So even though everything looks the same, it's still hard because I know where my stuff is, where I don't know where someone else's is.
Yeah. It's in a different drawer than somebody else's and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Ours are all set up the same. All our hygiene rooms are set up exactly the same. But still, I remember me and my doctor had an argument about, not an argument, but he wanted one of my ops and was like, can you take this op, because this op is smaller and my assistant can't really fit. And I reluctantly was like, fine, I'll give you one of my ops. and I'll switch with you. And then I hate that room. To this day, I still hate that room. Even though it's set up exactly the same way.
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, use that as the overflow. Use that op as the
vibe.
overflow.
It has
Because I have 3 ops. So it's my overflow op in case I'm really behind.
Yeah.
But that's the last one I'll use. But even though it's set up the same, I don't know what it is. I just don't like the op.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
Totally get it. Ours are all set up basically the same, but it's just different. I get it.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm used to my other ops.
Reading through these, I've noticed a common theme. A lot of them were butthole mouths.
Yes, anus.
This one was, would you rather work on a finger licker or a butthole mouth?
I've never had a finger licker.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I've never had someone licking my fingers. I'd be like, bro, no.
Oh, I did. I just told the story the other day to a patient of mine that him and I can crack up and, I can be more of myself. But I was just telling him about how my old job, I had a guy who licked my finger. And the first time I was like, okay, maybe that was an accident. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. The second time I was like, no, that was intentional. So the third time I was ready for him and had my scaler pointed the other direction. His tongue started to bleed. I sat him up and said, we're done here. And I went and got the doctor. And thankfully, then that old job, he was awesome. He went in and just dismissed him.
Oh,
yeah. So I made the mistake of telling my coworkers that. So now anytime I clean a coworker's mouth, they start licking my fingers to freak me out. I'm like, you assholes. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of licking things, this was
God.
probably like the grossest one that I actually
Let me swallow.
yeah, like you swallow.
I had a drink
Don't
in my
spit,
mouth.
swallow.
Yeah. Ugh.
Would you rather lick the inside of a denture right out of the patient's mouth, or
Hell no.
take a shot of the ultrasonic water at the end of the day?
Neither.
Was
Neither.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what I didn't answer. I was just said that's exactly what I
You
posted.
said,
I
"Oh,
my
God."
God.
I know. I saw your answer. Oh God. And I was like, I think I would just quit. I would just have to walk out if those were my only choices.
Yeah, I'm not doing either one of those fucking things. I'm sorry.
Oh, you have to choose. It's the game.
I mean, you just have no idea what's in that water
Yeah.
Or in that denture.
or the denture.
All right, so here's my thinking. I will pick the denture because it's one person's bacteria
Yes.
as opposed to the ultrasonic,
Yes.
which is a multiple shit. No.
Yeah.
So,
That was my
yeah.
thinking. I'm there with you.
Me too.
But
Yeah.
most things do not gross me out from the neck up.
dentures are nasty with the food impaction and the
That is the only thing that will make me gag or queasy is a dirty partial or denture.
But
And I had a patient, a perio maintenance, that never brushed between old job. And I had just gotten back from lunch and she hands me her partial. I'm like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. Let me get your partial and the ultrasonic. And I knew it was always gross, but she just put it in my gloved hand and I threw it, in the shake and bake. So this time she hands it to me and it is covered in like a cottage cheese, egg, white, and
then you lost your lunch.
I was
that you
about
just
to
had.
lose my lunch and it was a great lunch. And
That's important.
she goes, oh, wait, sorry. And I shit you not. She goes, oh, sorry,
I
that's
know this story.
dirty. She takes it back out of my hand.
No, don't tell me she licked it. No.
She licked it and sucked on it.
Shut up.
I
I knew
about
this story already.
threw up right then and there. I had to run. I am not joking. I had to run out of the room.
I'm gagging right now.
And we had a dark room at this office. And I was dry heaving in this dark room. Like dry heaving to where I was like about to pee my pants. It was so forceful. Trying not to throw up. And from that,
I would have to say something. I would have had to say something like, "Don't do that." I just, please don't do
I
that.
couldn't
What are
say
you doing?
anything. I had to run out of there so fast. I was about to throw up.
Let me take care
Plus,
of it.
I know, Anna, you guys, this is why I always say, I wish you could see us. Anna's covering her mouth now with her arm.
I
And
have tears.
from that moment forward, that's what ruined it. Partials and dentures never bothered me until then. And that traumatized me.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
finally I pull my shit together, go back in there, and I'm like, oh, sorry, somebody was out in the hall, calling for me. So, oh my God, it was
I would have
everything
been like,
I
bitch, you nasty.
could to just take
nasty.
that
I had to
thing.
walk out of here because you nasty.
Oh my God. And then of course it was like one of those, everything was a food trap and it was that cottage cheesy, eggy. Ugh. I didn't think I'd ever make it through that cleaning. So ever since then, that post right there, just I was gagging.
That one was that one was pretty bad. I've had to clean people's mouths like that, but they usually actually came from assisted living.
Assisted living.
Yeah, me
or
too.
They came in on a bus from a nursing home or.
Yeah. That's usually those
But
patients.
still.
Where they have the chunks of stuff in their vest, up in their vestibule.
Oh yeah,
from,
That's
up
dry
there.
mouth.
That's my thing. And somebody
See, that
did
doesn't
one.
even bother me. Ugh.
Oh no, that bothers
that-
me now.
That's
it does.
my thing.
I mean,
dentures,
I reluctantly
I can do,
do it, but
Well,
I can
then
do dirty denture.
we take
but-
those dirty dentures and put it in a baggie full of tartar control that smells like shit.
rotten
Yeah,
eggs.
it smells like rotten egg.
Yeah, and
Egg
it doesn't
farts.
take tartar off. I don't know what the hell that shit is. And then it just shakes in that bag. So then when you go back in to get it, it's just a bag full of little floaters, and half the shit's still stuck. Half the shit's still stuck on the denture. So you still have to scrub the damn thing. Ugh.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm off my.
I hate it all.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. That
Blood.
wasn't even the worst one.
Blood,
Dear
guts, pus. Oh my God, give me an abscess. I will drain that thing.
Oh, I love that. I love the.
Don't
that
give me no
shit.
dirty cottage cheese denture. Ugh.
We all have our things. Yeah. Food in the vestibule. That's my thing.
It
Yeah.
gags
Yeah.
me.
It does. It
Dry
gags
mouth
me too.
patients. Poor guys.
Yeah. Okay, so would you rather fart loud and juicy in front of a patient, or would you rather fall and catch yourself by putting your hand on a boob or a crotch?
Fall.
I definitely
Totally.
would rather fall.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather
Because
fall.
then you could be. I mean,
Because-
obviously it's a mistake. Like, oops, I'm catching
Yeah.
myself on
Yeah.
your boob. Soft landing.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't there one similar to this that would you rather have a, while you're working on a patient, would you rather fart loudly where
Yes.
it's no denying that it's you?
Yeah.
Or would you rather it be silent but deadly?
I tagged you.
But like, yeah. Yeah, so there was a similar one. I would rather do the silent but deadly and then blame it on the patient.
yes,
Perio
that
pocket.
is exactly
Yeah.
what I said.
Exactly.
I said, of course, now I can't find it, but yes, I said,
Yes.
SBD all the way, but then just pull an Anna and blame it on their perio.
And blame it on the patient. Blame it on the patient.
Do you smell that? That's your perio. You should start flossing
There
more.
were so many farts.
You need a water
ones.
pack.
Everyone, we have a fart thing. I mean, everyone. There were so many fart ones. There was one that was, would you rather work on gassy patients all day or patients with ANUG?
Anug.
Ooh, they both smell awful.
I would probably rather do gassy patients, honestly.
I can't.
Yeah,
man.
Anug smells like rotten flesh. It's
Yeah.
like death.
I don't know. Like, I have a kindergartner, and when you go in the kindergarten class to help, and all they do is fart all day, and you're just walking by, and then you're like, oh my God, it smells so bad. Yeah, no. Probably Anug.
This is why I'm not the class mom.
I'm not
Yeah.
either, but whew, those are some gassy
So-
little kindergartners.
Anytime I've seen ANUG, it stays in the office. It like
Yes.
seeps in. Anytime we had a case of ANUG or ANUP come in, we would have to drain the shaker, the ultrasonic bath. We'd have to drain that and like do like air freshener, like Febreze stuff and stuff like.
Oh.
I mean, it just stays. It just like seeps in. I don't know.
Maybe I haven't
it's-
seen Anug then. I thought I've seen Anug, but not to that point.
Ooh. There's-
I've only seen it, I think, twice in my whole entire career. I've
Yeah.
only seen it twice.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
think-
rare.
Yeah, it's
2
very,
or 3
very
times. It is rare, but man, you can smell that coming. Oh my gosh.
It literally smells like a crime scene, like a death crime
Yeah.
scene.
yeah.
No.
It's like rotted flesh smell. It's so distinctive and
Yeah.
gross. Like you know when you encounter it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it stayed with it.
Margaret writes, "Good grief, you all are creative. I'm having a hard time drinking my coffee without hurling." I'm there with you, Margaret.
Creative. I
Creative.
love that.
This- we
Words are
would play
creative.
the "Would You for $1 million" game. So it's kind of like this. For example,
Yeah.
for $1 million, would you stick the tip of your tongue in the trap?
Yes.
Yeah, for $1 million.
Yeah, and then I'm retiring. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lick the trap and I'm gonna
I'm out.
put in my notice. Yeah.
Wait, just stick my tongue in it or like lick it?
This says
Hannah.
I need to know.
Heather
It's $1 million.
Labs. It says,
$1 million isn't that much money these days. So I'm
would you stick the tip of your tongue in the trap?
Yeah, she was specific.
for $1 million, yeah, I would do that. If
Yep.
I had to lick it, then no. But if I had to
Really?
stick my, yeah,
$1
not for
million?
$1 million. $1 million isn't that much money these days. That's like,
Invest that
I guess. I don't know.
compounding interest. Come
But
on.
then I die of some like virus that like,
Well, then your
you know,
kids are
like,
taken
it's-
care of.
I guess.
Again, I'm like reading exactly what's on there. She said, stick your tongue in the trap. So you just
Yeah.
stick it in there real quick. Didn't say like,
Blip.
yeah.
Nope.
But don't put it back in your
Just
mouth.
the tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip. Okay.
Just the
Just
tip.
the tip.
Oh Lord, how did we
Tip.
miss that? You didn't have to put your tongue back in your mouth. She didn't say that. So you get a tongue
So
scraper.
what are you gonna do? Just walk around with like
You stick your tip in there, and then you get your tongue scraper, and then you dick. Then you dick the tip of your tongue.
swish with hydrogen peroxide.
I'm gonna need to switch with bleach, not just hydrogen peroxide. It needs to be
Then you
bleach.
stick the tip of your tongue
Uh-huh.
in something. That's what I would do. That's my thinking.
I guess.
I'd do it.
Well, what did
All
Dana
about the
say?
millions.
Speaking of dicks,
Would you rather?
How do you say this professionally?
I don't
don't.
know. I don't think you can. I don't know. Okay, I'll just
Go
say
would you
it.
rather
down.
slob your boss's knob,
That's
There
so
you go.
professional. I love it.
That's perfect.
or
Or would you rather take a shot of liquid from the ultrasonic?
I can't answer.
well, my
this.
bosses are female, so I'll slob the knob because it won't happen.
I can't do either. I can't choose
I
because
know
my
which one I
office
would
listens
choose.
to this, so I can't.
Liz is gonna
I have
drink the
to-
ultrasonic.
What is the? I have to recuse myself from this. I have to get out of this jury duty. I can't.
You are revoking your right to the Fifth Amendment.
I have to plead the fifth, although that makes me sound guilty. I don't know. I just I do not play this one.
I gotcha. Totally get it. Well, this one said,
Anyway.
would you rather get stuck by a hand scaler or stuck by a Cavatron tip?
Neither. I mean, what?
Well, is it clean or
either
dirty,
way-
first of all?
Yeah, like is it
Either
clean or
way,
dirty?
You have to do the same shit. So to me,
Yeah.
that's like not even a
Unless
would
it's
you
clean.
rather. I mean, to me, that's
Which
the
one would
same
hurt
thing.
less? I guess I don't know. I mean, I've gotten stabbed by a Cavatron tip. I worked in an office that had the Cavatron was like on the unit. Do you know like where the tray
Yeah.
is? Like
Yeah.
it would go right in.
Right.
I would stab my ass
Oh, yeah.
with the Cavatron literally like every day.
Like literally your ass.
Yes.
Yes.
It was like I would
backing
have
up into it.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is the worst design ever. Who designed this shit? But anyway, so I don't know. I've never gotten stabbed by an instrument. I have gotten stabbed by the Cavatron because of that, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know. It's a moot point because either way, it's the same protocol,
Right.
so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I don't. That one was just kind of like, meh. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can. I don't have anything else because I don't think I can beat the slob the knob one.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much takes the cake. Everything after that's gonna be pretty boring.
Yeah.
So
This was
I
fun.
am,
That was a fun post. Thanks all you ranters for your
yeah,
raunchy
that was fun.
selves.
there were so
wait.
many that we didn't even do. Like I feel like in the future we could probably do this again, like as a part
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe down the road, or
Absolutely.
next year or something. I think so.
Sounds good.
I think we should do another embarrassing moments episode too, because those are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun too. Oh my gosh, I still have tears from like crying.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign us all out.
Alrighty.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Be sure to come join us in the group and on Instagram. If you are already in, we're also on TikTok, right? Liz,
Yeah,
we're also on
yeah.
TikTok too. Yeah.
For now.
So
Yeah.
if you are already in the group and you see something you think we should feature on the next podcast, be sure to send one of us a DM and we will try to get it on the next episode. Time for us to sign off. Time for you to floss off. Love, peace, and brush your teeth. Bye.
Bye.